gang, what's up? Welcome back here to another edition of Intuitive Angling, and really appreciate you guys tuning in for the video today. And I'm going to give you the day one tournament report from here at Lake of the Ozarks at the BFL Super Tournament. Let you guys know how my day went. And before I get started on today's report, I want to run something by you guys, because I want some answers on this. Maybe you guys can give me some answers, because I don't know. Coming back down the lake, I had a pretty long run today, and I was coming back down, and it's been a while since I've fished Lake of the Ozarks in a tournament this time of year when the water's warm. And guys, it was an absolute zoo as far as the pleasure boaters out there. Giant cruisers, pleasure boaters. It was like a dang washing machine. It was unbelievable how rough it was over there. And here's the question I want to pose to you guys. You can't believe how many $1 million plus boats that I saw out there. These big, giant, offshore, you know, some of them probably multi-million-dollar boats. Giant 40 and 50 footers out there. And there's freaking $3 to $5 million houses all over the lake. Most of them are weekend houses. Who's got that kind of money? Who can afford to have a $3 to $5 million weekend house on the lake and $1 million plus, you know, gigantic boat to run around the weekends? I don't see how people get that kind of bank, man. It's like, even if you were a doctor or a lawyer, you couldn't afford that. I mean, having your second home being $3 to $5 million, plus you got $1 million plus boat on the lake. If anybody's got any answers, let me know. I would love to get the feedback from you guys on who can afford to have this type of stuff up here. It's unbelievable. But okay, anyway, guys, get the report. Yesterday, you know, if you guys watched the report yesterday, I caught 2 big ones, 4-pound class fish, but that's the only 2 keepers I caught. So today I sort of figured that I needed to expand on that area with baits more than anything else. So anyway, I was fishing, my entire plan yesterday and today in the tournament was fishing boat docks. And yesterday I had caught one of those good ones on a crankbaiter on the dock, and then I caught another one on a jig around the dock. So my plan was to I was sort of going to try to mix it up a little bit with maybe throw a chatterbait along with the jig and the crankbait, and maybe a swim bait or something like that, just to give me some options. So what I decided to do is, the area I was fishing was quite a run up the river, so I decided to work my way up to this area and fish new water the whole way up. Fish new way up simply because it was cloudy and rainy a little bit this morning. And that's one of the things that sort of threw a curveball to me a little bit is I just about abandoned my plan, and I just about decided to go down in the clear water and put on a topwater lure and just start fishing the conditions. But I looked at the weather real quick before we took off this morning, and it looked like it was going to be cloudy, but it didn't look like the light intensity was going to be low enough, I thought, for the topwater to be good all day long. So I decided to go ahead and fish up in the dirtier water. So I ran up there, guys, started fishing the docks on the way up there, and immediately started catching them. I started pitching my jig, my Block It Old School jig around the docks, and I caught a bunch of short fish, and I caught a limit pretty quick. Probably, I don't know, probably first 2.5 hours out there I had a limit. And then the rest of the day I just started working up the river, you know, just fishing docks that were sort of on the type of pattern I was looking for, and just caught them all day long, man. Culled a bunch of fish, caught a lot of short fish, wound up with a limit that weighed 11 pounds and 5 ounces. I never did get hit by a good one, and I thought that was going to be the problem. I thought that I would have a problem getting a limit, but I could get some good ones. And as it turned out, I couldn't get any good ones, but I caught a lot of keepers. And I think the thing that hurt it today more than anything else was the clouds, because when you're flipping a jig on those docks, you need that sun to really position them, because where the water clarity where I was fishing was about 6 inches of visibility, maybe 10 inches visibility. And I needed that sun to really position those fish. And I think what happened is I think those better fish maybe were just roaming around a little bit, and they weren't really positioned to get them like I could on the jig if it had been sunny. And as it wound up, like I said, caught a bunch of fish, had a great time. I mean, just caught a ton of fish, but never did get a good one. And it looked like to me that probably it was going to take probably around 12 pounds to get a check, which is the top 30. So I had 11.5, almost 11.5. But the good news is I haven't seen the point standings yet, but I'm almost positive I qualified for the regional championship. You know, simply because I know half the guys I saw that weigh in that had more than I did were locals that were just jackpotting the tournament. There were a ton of local jackpotters in this tournament that didn't fish the circuit the whole year. Like, you know, just a bunch of the hammers up here, the local hammers fished it. But anyway, guys, just main thing, like I said, I was talking about, I wanted this sort of be a practice event for the Toyota Series down here in 2 weeks. That's the one that I really got to get in. But, you know, at least I accomplished my goal in this tournament and qualified for the regional championship, which is in Lake Eufaula, Oklahoma next month. So if I can catch him down there, I'll have a chance to make that All-American. I made the All-American in 1984, the first year I was fishing it. So it'd be nice to come back and make it again. So anyway, guys, appreciate tuning in all week, and we'll talk later. See you.